The Liberty Bell. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania was a busy city in the 1750s. What were the sounds in the city? Horses clomped, people talked in little brick shops, and a big clanging bell rang in the State House. Words on the bell read, "Proclaim liberty throughout all the land." Liberty is another word for freedom. This bell is a symbol that stands for liberty. It is called the Liberty Bell. In 1752, the bell had just came on a ship from England. On the very first ring, it cracked. John Pass and John Stow fixed the cracked bell. They melted it down to liquid metal. They added some copper to make it stronger. Pass and Stow poured the metal into a mold. They cast a new bell. It was big, clanging, bonging bell. Ben Franklin was one of Philadelphia's leader. He listened to all the clanging, clomping, and talking. What sound did he like best? Ben said, "The sweetest of all sounds is liberty." But how can you hear liberty? Ben heard liberty in the sound of people praying. In Pennsylvania, people were free to pray in their own way. Most people in Pennsylvania had to come from other countries. In those countries, kings told people how to pray. Ben also heard liberty at meetings in state houses. People were free to say what they thought. In some countries, people went to jail if the king didn't like what they said. England ruled America in the 1750s. The Liberty Bell rang when there was news from England. People gathered to hear new laws that England made. Americans did not like the England's laws. They wanted to be free to make their own laws. Ben Franklin went to talk to England's leader. The Liberty Bell rang out to wish him well. But Ben could not make England's leader understand. People in America grew angry. They decided to go to war for their freedom. In 1776, Thomas Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence. It declared that America was free from England. America was independent. The Liberty Bell called out the news on July 8, 1776. It proclaimed liberty throughout all the land. Huzzah! Huzzah! People cheered. God bless for free states of America. 70 years later, the Liberty Bell was still ringing. It rang for George Washington's birthday. Then a small crack grew into a big one. The Liberty Bell could not ring again. Still, the Liberty Bell is important to Americans. People come to Philadelphia to see and touch this bell. Now the old bell is a silent symbol. It is a symbol of liberty, the sweetest sound of all.